my reply to a post that says, I'll never be a wife, right? I just want to reply to that real quick. Husband or wife is a title. The definition of a husband or wife is many things, but just simply being married is nothing more than a title. Nothing more. A lot of people are a husband or a wife and they've never been married. Then you have some people who have been married not only once, two, three, four times, and technically really are not husband or wife material. Of course, that is up for debate, and it's a matter of opinion, which leads me back to what I'm about to say. A lot of y'all who are not married, never been married, more than likely you're not married because you don't like somebody who actually wants to be your husband or wife, and someone who actually see you as a husband or wife, right? Anybody can get married, man. That doesn't make them husband or wife. It just simply means they chose to marry somebody, or someone asked them to marry them. Same thing, and they chose saying yes. For a female, I get why they feel like they're not good enough or this or that, because a woman is not the one choosing. 9 times out of 10, you got women these days getting on one knee. But let's just skip past that and just keep it for the majority. The woman is not choosing. So if no man is asking to marry her, she's going to start feeling like she's not a wife. But what she does not realize is a lot of men who marry a woman don't even be marrying a woman for the right reasons. They don't even be marrying wives. They just marry women who they feel in their mind is a wife, and that's fine. That's their perception and their perspective of what a wife is. However, if you really want to get technical and you really want to put everything down on paper, a lot of these women do not qualify to be wife. They're just being chosen by that woman or that man. That doesn't mean that they are better than you. Some people aren't settling. You got a lot of people who aren't married yet because they're not settling. And then you have people who hurried up, settled, got with somebody, just wanted to get married, etc. Marriage is not a game. It's not something that you can just play around with and say, yeah, I got married, look at me type shit. You really cannot force this, but a lot of people do. When I say force this, I mean when they decide that they like somebody so much, oh, let me just marry them now. And this person could have showed all kind of red flags. This person could have cheated on them, all kind of shit. And just because they like them that much, or they feel they can't do better, or whatever the case may be, or just in their nature that they just want to be clingy and married or whatever, they end up getting married. Has nothing to do with them being this great husband or wife and all this and all that. That's put to you like this. If every person that got married is such a great person, why is there so much divorce? There would be no such thing as divorce if everybody who's a great, if everybody who got married is this great woman or man. How could divorce exist if everybody who gets married is this great woman or man? In fact, you see the opposite instead. You see most people getting divorced. You know why? Because they didn't really take time to really see if a person is husband or wife. They just figure I like them or they like me, or I'm marrying somebody for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Looks could be the wrong reason. Money could be the wrong reason. Sex could be the wrong reason. A lot of things. People get married for the wrong reasons. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you're seeing so much divorce. Bottom line, any woman could be a wife. All she got to do is pick a guy that sees her as a wife. Problem is, she might not see him as a husband, and that's where, instead of them picking one of those type of guys, they pick a guy that they be trying to change and try to make that guy see them as a husband or as a wife. Let's just stick to the female side for a second, because it goes both ways though. They try to stick, because a man will marry a woman that is not wife material, but he see her as wife material, so he gonna know all the red flags. All right, we get that. And the same thing with the female. Instead of her trying to pick a guy that sees her as a wife, she wants to pick guys and try to make them see her as a wife. You see what I'm saying? That's two different things. Somebody actually see me as a wife, and someone who I'm trying to make see me as a wife. No different than a man. I got all this money. I'm an NBA player. I'm a provider. I'm the catch. You know, I'm a husband. Pick me. I'm a husband. I'm a husband. You know, every woman don't see you as that though. Every woman, a lot of women might be with you for your money or whatever. It might not be because of just you. You know what I mean? And if you don't recognize that, you're going to pick the one you like, and you're going to try to make that woman see you as this great man that she might not really see you as. She might just see opportunity. It's all up to you. If you really want to get married, you got to choose love over lust. What do I mean by that? Basically, what I mean by that is people that actually want to love you. You know what I mean? Versus people that just want certain things from you. Love over lust. A lot of women got a lot of men that lust them and want to sleep with them, but not really be with them. But that woman got a choice to make. Do I choose the one that actually like me, or do I just choose the one that I lust and this and that? The one that don't really like me. It is what it is, man. A lot of people really don't want to be no wife, because if they did, they would pick one of those guys that actually trying to fuck with them that fit the criteria of husband. Just because a man want to try to deal with a woman don't make him a husband. But that's a big part of it, because nobody's getting wifed up out here unless a man sees you as a wife. It's not happening. It's just simply not happening. Last thing I want to say is, a lot of these women who are not married, I might have said this before, but I'm going to say it again just in case I did not say it. A lot of these women and men, but a lot of these women are actually wives. They just not married. Then a lot of these women are married, but they're not actually wives. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to say that shit again. A lot of these women are not married, but they're actually wives. They're not married. They haven't chosen a guy that would marry them in whatever case. Then you got a lot of women out here who are married and are not wives. All you got to do is look at the NBA. There's a pool of them. The NBA got a pool of females that are not wives, but they're married to these basketball players. All I can say is, if you're a woman that's a good woman, keep doing your thing, but ultimately you got to pick a guy to see you as a wife, or your investment, you might as well keep that investment to yourself. And don't try to invest in another person. Don't take your investment and try to invest in another person that don't see the worth. Period. You know what I mean? Because you might be a solid ass woman, but if you put it in the wrong guy, just because you like him, but he don't like you, that's not going to end well for you. You better off choosing the one you don't like as much as that guy, but the guy that love you to death. That's your best bet. I mean, love or lust, what you want? What you want? You got a serious choice to make. And I ain't telling nobody to settle. And actually settling is actually choosing somebody that don't see you as that one. That's settling. When you choose somebody, I don't care. Okay, I like her better than her, but she treats me way better than the one that I like more. If I pick the one I like more, in most people's eyes, that's not settling. I'm winning because I like her so much. But in reality, she doesn't like me back. It's got to be a give and take thing. So therefore, it's settling. I still would get more out of the woman that I don't like as much, that like me to death, versus the one that don't really like me like that. Period. And that's what people got to understand and come to the grips of. The ones that like you the most are going to always be the better choice. So you got a choice to make. Or don't choose at all. But you definitely don't want to keep trying to choose people who are not choosing you.